Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at the world of real estate. It's always competitive, right?
Always.
And we're zooming in on one professional who seems to be making some real waves, specifically across the greater Toronto area and Oxford County.
Yeah, exactly. So for this deep dive, our goal is really to pull out the key insights into his approach. What services does he offer? What makes him different?
Yeah.
We've looked at, various profiles, public info pages for Jagtar Singh. He's a realtor and broker with Remax Realty Specialists, Inc.
Got it. And I think this is valuable because whether you're maybe thinking about buying or selling or investing yourself, or even if you're just curious about how the top players operate in these, well, pretty dynamic regions.
Yeah, they really are.
We're hoping to unpack some maybe surprising insights into what that whole client first idea actually looks like when it's put into practice. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, maybe starting with the basics. Who is Jagtar Singh? Beyond just the job title, I mean. What really struck me was seeing him described not just as a realtor, but as a community connector
Right.
and a strategic thinker. Well, it's not your everyday description for someone in real estate, is it?
No, it definitely isn't. And I think it points to something a bit deeper, sort of a different way of engaging.
Okay.
And if you dig into it, it seems rooted in his background. So Jagtar Singh, he has these deep connections in both Woodstock and the GTA, specifically Brampton.
Ah, okay. So both areas.
Exactly. And this dual experience, it lets him bring what the sources call urban insight and small town care.
Hmm. Interesting phrase.
It is. It suggests, he gets the different vibes, the different market dynamics. And he works across a pretty big area, too. Woodstock, Oxford County, Brampton, the GTA generally, Ingersoll, Mississauga, even London.
Wow, that's a significant reach. That definitely points to needing some serious local knowledge.
For sure.
And it feels like that blend of local insight ties right into his core philosophy, right? We saw his goal stated pretty clearly to make buying, selling, or investing smooth, smart, and successful for every client.
That's the core message.
He also talks about this seamless blend of your vision and our expertise, aiming for limitless opportunities and fulfilled aspirations. That sounds, well, quite ambitious for a property deal.
It does. It's aspirational, like you said. But look at the range of services he offers. It seems to back that up. It's really comprehensive.
Okay, like what specifically?
Well, he covers the full spectrum. You've got residential listings, commercial ones too,
Mm,
leasing help, investment support, and then full service representation for buyers and sellers.
right.
So guiding them, from the very start, the house hunt, all the way through to closing.
So it's definitely not just sticking a sign in the yard.
No, not at all.
Oh.
For sellers, there's a big emphasis on what they call marketing-driven home sales.
Ah, okay. What does that involve?
Things like professional photos, running open houses, really pushing it out digitally to get wide reach. He also does the comparative market analysis, the CMA, to get the valuation right.
Crucial.
Absolutely. And then making sure it's listed properly on MLS, promoted across all those regions we mentioned, Woodstock, Brampton, Ingersoll, Oxford, even Niagara. Plus, there's specific guidance for first-time buyers and families looking to upsize. That's a huge need right now.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people navigating that for the first time.
Yeah, and it's not just the direct help. He also gives clients tools. His website, jagtars.com, it has a lot on there.
Late.
Mortgage calculator,
Yeah.
a portal for home evaluations, and these really handy search filters. You can search by price, like 0, 500K, 500K, 800K, all the way up to $3 million plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, helps narrow things down. And you can sign up for property alerts, too, so you stay on top of new listings.
Okay, so we've got a picture of his background. The services are clearly broad, but like we said, it's a tough market. What's the differentiator here? What's the secret sauce that makes clients choose him?
Right. This is really key, isn't it? What makes someone stand out? The sources consistently point to his client-first approach, like a real focus on building relationships.
Okay.
He's apparently known for a hands-on approach, very personalized service, and a real commitment to, quote, listening to my clients, focusing on their needs.
That sounds good, but how does it play out?
Well, one thing that jumps out is his promise to treat every client like family
Hmm.
and every single deal like my reputation depends on it. Now, that might sound like marketing
You
speak,
can now.
but it suggests a level of personal investment that, maybe isn't always there. He talks about real connections, not voicemail runarounds. And honestly, who hasn't been frustrated by just getting a machine?
Oh, tell me about it. That's a huge plus if it's genuine. And does this personal touch translate into, like, actual results?
It seems to, yeah. We see repeated mentions of keen negotiating skills,
Hmm.
being called a master negotiator,
Okay.
someone who gets top value for sellers,
Hmm.
but also finds smart deals for buyers. And the speed aspect you mentioned earlier, that track record of homes sold fast and above asking.
Yeah, that 10-day closing figure is really something. How does that even happen? Is it just a hot market, or is there a strategy behind it?
It's probably a mix, but strategy seems key. That deep market knowledge means he can price things right from the get-go.
Right?
And then the marketing push gives it visibility. The speed really comes from being hands-on, having those negotiation skills ready to go, identifying the right buyers quickly, and closing the deal.
Hmm.
And it all leads to, consistent 5-star Google reviews.
Ah, okay. Social proof.
Exactly. He apparently prides himself in taking great care of his clients, making sure they really get the process and feel confident.
And you see that reflected in what clients actually say, too. Like Tom and Sandra. They mentioned his professional and personal guidance.
That blend again.
Yeah. And Jamie R., who downsized from a house to a condo, he called it smooth. That's not always an easy move.
No, definitely not.
Then there's the Johnson family. They had a house needing work, struggling to sell it. They said his efforts were beyond what they expected.
That's a strong testimonial.
It really is. And Sarah and Jack, first-time sellers, they specifically pointed out how he walked us through the entire process. And bang, check in hand in 10 business days. These stories, they make the claims feel much more real, don't they?
Absolutely. They show the approach isn't just talk. And this level of trust, this efficiency, it seems to loop back to that local market knowledge we talked about.
Right.
Having deep ties to each community. It lets him give advice that goes beyond the four walls of the house.
I mean, like,
Details on schools, parks, transit access, trails, even investment growth potential in specific neighborhoods. It's advising on a lifestyle, really,
Yeah.
and a future investment, not just a property.
that makes a huge difference. And the proof is there in recent sales, too, right? You mentioned some specifics.
Yeah, looking at recent activity, like around July 1st, 2025,
Okay.
there are concrete examples. A place on Spitfire Street in Oxford, 4-bed, 2.5 bath, listed June 20th, sold June 28th. That's just 8 days.
Wow.
And he ran open houses strategically, like June 15th, and even one scheduled for July 1st, which wasn't needed in the end. Another Oxford property, BD Drive, 4-bed, 4-bath, sold efficiently back in May 2025, too.
So consistent results.
Seems like it.
Huh.
And it's not just those sales. He's got active listings, both commercial and residential, across Brampton, Mississauga, Ingersoll, Woodstock,
Right.
the whole area.
Okay.
So these examples, they really underline that idea of real hustle and turning client dreams into reality. It brings that strategic thinker and community connector description to life.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does this mean for you listening right now? If you're trying to navigate this, frankly, complex real estate market, maybe upsizing, investing, moving cities, buying your first place.
Yep.
What we've uncovered here really highlights how much difference that personalized guidance and proven results can make to your experience.
Exactly. It suggests that maybe finding the right agent isn't just about, someone who unlocks doors.
Right.
It's more about finding a partner, someone who treats your whole journey like it's their own. A strategic partner who's there to help you actually, win in the market.
So we've seen how knowing the local scene inside out and pairing that with a really strong client-first focus can change what's often a stressful process
Definitely stressful sometimes.
into something that actually opens up those limitless opportunities he talks about.
So maybe the final thought for you to consider is this. If real estate is about making goals real, turning dreams into addresses, how much does that genuine dedication, that sort of transformation mindset from your agent, actually matter in hitting your property goals?
That's a great question to ponder. And if you are curious, maybe you want to see if this approach fits for you. The sources say you can connect directly with Jagtar Singh. You can call or text him at 416-275-0275.
Right, 416-275-0275. Or check out his website, which is jagtars.com. That's JAGTARS@where.com. You can find listings there, those resources we mentioned, and apparently a free home evaluation too.
Good to know. Worth checking out if you're in the market in those areas.